Here we go. Last time on Iron Gods, we cleared Book 1. And there was much jubilation. We plumbed the depths further of the crashed spaceship under torch. And we found our way down into the engineering deck, I think, in which we poked around quite a bit. We found locked crates, we found rat folk, we found a gargoyle that had ensconced itself in front of a huge set of double doors where there was a lot of humming coming from. Defeating all of these encounters, we pressed on. We fought a mechanical man, like a clockwork soldier. I forget the name of him. Gearsman. That was part of the... it was kind of strange, because usually those are only seen in League with the Technic League, so, exactly what he did here, who can say? But we fought him, and he was actually quite tough, and caused us a bit of problem. But, defeating all of our enemies and scouring everything, picking up stuff, it was basically a very combat-heavy session. And then we basically stood before the double doors, opened them, rushed in, and fought off the last boss, which turned out to be Android Lady, who had a fire gun. And after a bit of battling, where she was basically thrown into a corner and wailed upon mercilessly by Rothor and Siren, she pointed the gun at the reactor and said that if anything hits me again, I am going to shoot the reactor and everything blows up. And at that point, Siren decided to risk it and did a glorious crit with his stun baton and basically took her out. To which there was much jubilation again. And we brought her back up to town to stand before the council and to question her, and basically got some info from her that the Lord of Rust is hiding in Scrapwall, and he's talking through the walls to people that he chooses to be his champions, and then he sends them forth to do his evil bidding, and he will rise up to reclaim something or the other, and we're not exactly sure what that is. It was something, the forges of creation or something, where it was implied that androids were born from, so that I imagine also got Siren interested in some way at least, but her evil ways were so evil that we couldn't let her go. And that's basically where we ended, with her in prison and us taking a bit of a downtime rest to sort of get our stuff together and get ready to go to Scrapwall, because she might have failed, but that doesn't say anything what the Lord of Rust and Scrapwall is going to do when he realizes this. He might send more people, he might destroy us all. Anyway, we need to go there to find out. And that's basically where we begin.
That is very true, as you've taken a week of just getting prepared for that particular trip. And in that week, also the trial for both Meander and the Red Folk Scrapper that you threw in prison will take place, has taken place. I originally thought that we could play that out, but unless you want to interfere, it's going to be a lot of NPC to NPC talking, and nobody enjoys that.
No, just give us a summary.
Yeah, I can give you a summary.
Give testimony if you want to.
What about Sanville?
Sanville has gotten his sentence already, which was a minor fine. Trespassing, it's a crime, but not really a big one. Especially since Connor would say later, they don't really want to make the sentence on Sanville too harsh, because if they cross a particular line, it might become problematic with his associations and all. Especially if they threw him into jail and made him useless. So fine, that's good enough. As for both Meander and the Red Folk, Meander is accused by the council of masterminding the invasion of Torch, endangering its citizens, and threatening the very purpose of the town itself. The sentence that the council unanimously agrees on is death by torch.
All right. Well,
we need to see this.
At least it's quick, right?
A bit extreme.
As for the Red Folk Scrapper you found, who is named Ulrid, he is accused of trespassing and violent assault and will face a fine as well as community service.
Okay.
The
sure.
community service, of course, under his cousin, the Junkmaster.
Freaking rich people getting away.
That's all Meanda needed was a cousin to vouch for her, and then she too could do community service. And as a powerful cleric, I think she could do better community service.
I can't access the campaign macros. Did I forget to cross something?
Probably, actually, if you can't. That should be a setting if you start the server.
I can't see them either.
Hang on.
Just restart the server. No, things happen. We can still continue. We don't need the campaign macros for summaries and stuff.
Smooth landing.
Brothor doesn't like death penalty, especially like if it's like a trial death penalty. That's fine because then, like, what happens. But if you kind of force someone down a hole full of like horrible fire, you don't really like. You're kind of forcing things a little bit. Like, there's no way she would survive, basically.
I think that's the point.
Yeah, but
According to her crime, she was threatening way more lives than her own.
Well, that's how the council wants to do it.
This doesn't seem right. It doesn't make sense, really.
Don't have to worry about Meanda appearing in like the next book and going, aha!
I think it's up again. Unless she returns as a torch blight or something.
Wouldn't that be some shit like you could have saved me from that horrid fate? Everyone who's thrown into the torch comes back as this
amalgamation of horror.
That's when we learn that's how you make juju zombies.
Oh crap!
Throw them into the torch.
I'm gonna throw myself into the torch. Take me, make me into one of you.
And during the process of juju zombie creation, everyone outlevels you.
Oh damn it!
Okay, is everything working for everything now?
I think so.
Even. All right.
Slowly loading the campaign again.
Yeah. How does Zarin feel about it?
Zarin does not feel.
Oh.
He is an android. Just like Meanda.
Pretty sure he feels things. I've seen him.
Kind of feels sometimes.
Well, I suppose his response would be that he doesn't.
Hmm.
Well.
The trial, as well as the execution, I suppose it would be later, are small affairs. A couple guards, enough to keep her restrained. She is essentially permanently manacled as well as gagged whenever she doesn't have to speak, for fear of her spellcasting. And while there are plenty of people who would like to jeer and watch and shout things, they are kept outside.
But the torch is outside.
The torch is outside, but the platform, the area around the torch is also emptied of people. Of course, the people do get a chance to see the engineer of their almost demise marching through town towards the torch, but they don't get the chance to interfere in any meaningful way. Not that they would like to stop it, but rather make it slightly more memorable, I guess, for them. That said, you've taken a week to prepare, and I would like to know what kind of things you've done during that week.
Shauna hasn't been doing too much. She commissioned some work from Kenrick, and when that got done, she has been crafting bullets and other gun-related things at her workshop in the tavern, basically, with all of the strange little scales and alchemical equipment and like spatulas and things she uses. There's a barrel, like a huge red X on it next to her that she's filling with black powder from time to time that she creates. Yeah, so she is basically doing gun prep work.
Since no one else really wanted any crafting done, you can probably like give yourself back the blessing money because you didn't really need to do the swift crafting then. Just took 4 days then instead of 2.
Okay, that's fine with me. Add those 20 gold back.
So it's crafting. Kenrick was just shopping around. Got some healing potions and stuff like that. Getting ready for the trip. Maybe asking around for more knowledge about this Crusader place and the scrap wall if anyone knows.
Well, Rothor would have taken the chance, just sort of, a week of doing nothing. All right, sure. Go around talking to people. Probably people have some questions about what happened down there with the trial and everything. And, he likes talking to people, so he'll tell them he'll recount the story of what happened down there to the people who care about it.
There are certainly plenty of people who care about the story, as the council has taken the approach of not shunning the public, but at least making it somewhat private, the whole trial, as they do not want to encourage the bloodthirsty nature that some people are currently
He won't
showing.
That's not the interesting thing. The interesting thing are all the wonders found down there.
How can it be more bloodthirsty than an execution?
By burning.
I guess a lynch mob would do it.
Actually, did we go back down there during this week to rummage around more?
I didn't, really. Just talking to people instead. Getting our names out there,
Sure, you're acting a bit of a
If
bard
anyone
here.
want to come after the town, they come after us instead.
Oh, sure. I mean, as long as there's money.
Generally socializing with people.
Helping rebuilding the Silver Disc Hall.
No.
Maybe you get a
For
free.
that guy. He took my money.
Maybe you get a free future if you do it.
That is a project that has actually been halted,
No.
as Garmin has left the city.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Why?
that's...
Where has he gone to?
That is unknown, but rumors are that he couldn't be asked.
He just saw the burned remains. It's like,
no, screw this. All right then, sure. Well, that's up to him. Yeah, but that's what Rothor's been doing.
He probably owes a lot of money to all those people who he was keeping stuff in the storage for.
And I believe that leaves Zarin, as the divine control of the professor is currently not here.
Divine controller, the professor. I love how Jake could fucking leave shit in the group chat but can't join us.
Yeah, we all know what the professor's been doing. He's been salivating from all this technology.
Oh my god!
It's fructiferous. Look up.
Zoran spent almost all his time sitting in the garrison, keeping me on the company. That's something that I've already noted. That's it.
All right. Then I suppose it is up to you how to proceed.
Well, we know where we're going, and so yeah, Rothor certainly hasn't really been busy these last couple of days. So he's ready to leave when people think we should leave. He certainly expects us to continue to go together and deal with this whole Lord of Rust issue. I don't think we've been hired by this town to do it, have we?
Not really, no. It was more
What is our main motivation going there?
It was
Just stop the Lord?
It would depend on the character in particular. The adventure path would be angling for several directions here. Just my guess. For one, there's the desire to investigate more about these Lords of Rust, particularly this Hellion. Scrapwall sounds like a place that's full of perhaps even more technological wonders that you could get a hold of. If you're a worshipper of Bry or someone who's interested in that affair, there's an individual who's associated with Joram Kite, Devanya, or whomever, whom we're meant to find. There's the concept of... let's see here. There's the hope of, if you're into more of like a protecting sort of role, There's the sense of idea that this Hellion individual, these Lords of Rust, are seeking to take over all of Numeria, which who isn't really, but
But this one attacked us specifically.
not attacked us specifically, but it had an agent apparently who was as powerful as Meanda was.
So they are our competitors.
That's right. We can't.
Also, we've outgrown Torch.
Yeah.
It gives us the opportunity to go somewhere else. And so it's the sense of, like, literally, why not? Where else would we go? I don't have any particular
Also, she said
here.
there was a god of robots, so that's something we have to deal with.
I mean, this smelled. There was a Technic League soldier down there, and this still smells like something they could be up to. Shauna wants to investigate that, perhaps.
And Meanda certainly had a pretty good knowledge of high-tech stuff, which I'm sure the professor would know. Like, he even wanted to talk to her about it. Right?
And Shauna is certainly okay with moving on. She is for the moment done with Torch.
Well, what more is there to do?
I'm pretty confident this has nothing to do with the Technic League, but who can trust anyone these days?
Yes, when you think the Technic League's not involved, they're involved.
Why don't you just start advertising yourself as being from the Technic League and see how people
you
react?
wanna-
That's right.
If you want to mess up the technically stuff, just go to where there's technology and take it before they can.
Exactly.
They'll find you if you. I'm sure they'll find us if we get our hands on advanced enough stuff.
Well, we're gonna cross paths with them sooner or later. That's the.
We already have.
Shonda is counting on
have
it.
to.
It's true, but he was.
The guy got a fine.
He did. That'll teach them.
It's fine.
We had a story victory there.
It was like 100 gold fine or something.
So yes, those would be at least suggested motivations that I can think of based on what I know about Iron Gods thus far, Gordon.
Yeah, it's just I don't think we're our own boss now.
No, and no one in Torch is offering to pay us anymore, in part because, well, they've already paid us the extensive amounts of money, and they're trying to save it for the tithe. I don't really think they have anything left to spare.
Fucking.
Now, we look at that magic item list to the left, and we say, oh, you have plenty to spare.
Come on.
That's like the 100,000 golden things.
Oh, like the Construct Bane adamantine short sword that I could never reasonably afford in this adventure path.
Oh, the +1 Cold Cicadi Greatsword. I'll take that. I'd be happy with it.
I mean, they could have crafted us something with the torch being lit again.
Yeah, but then again,
Maybe we get a statue.
they probably look at us and like, I don't think you need more motivation to go deal with it. Honestly.
Also, remember, we're good guys. We like doing this sort of stuff.
Yeah, because fuck robots. Honestly. Things are
I
horrible.
mean,
I guess we have good reason to go there, just not like some super immediacy.
Well,
Connor
there's-
Bain
there's
hasn't charged
There's no
us.
immediate urgency, which is why we were able to take so long repairing, and we can even take longer.
Oh, let's
2 more months,
going.
sheep.
Well, if you want immediate urgency,
6
we could
years later.
skip to the part where there is immediate urgency.
Let's
if you
go
want
to immediate urgency. That sounds good.
No?
let's go before then.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Let's go. Chanda is ready. She is outside. She has Mr. Donkey somewhere, but he's coming along. The barrel with the big red X on it is on Mr. Donkey's back, somewhat precariously.
Stay away
You
from
know,
that barrel.
there is also a treasure chest with a quite amazing lock on it that is sort of softly jingling with things inside. So if we ever find something incredibly valuable, we can lock it in this incredibly secure treasure chest.
Sure.
Well prepared.
And 100 other weird knickknacks loaded onto Mr. Donkey.
Yeah, I bought a backpack. It's
I
full of
also-
cement right
You
now.
may copy it.
That is so Rothor. I bought this backpack to keep all my cement.
Alright, copy token. Bye, adopted family.
Is there a tearful farewell with Saren and the family?
Connor is definitely hesitant to let Zarin go. But if he thinks it's best at this point, after being saved by him, he's not one to object anymore.
Can't
Val,
really-
however, is quite literally very clingy still.
Oh,
To the point of clinging to Zarin as long as she is able to.
Does she want to come?
Zarin's strong enough, so like he's like walking to like the edge of Torch, and she's like strapped to like his like one of his legs.
Maybe we could just let her on the donkey.
Looking at the
She
barrel.
certainly would like to come along. However, Connor thinks that a very, very bad idea.
Zarin will say, "Someone needs to look after the old man to ensure that he doesn't get into trouble again. You're the best person to look after him, better than I was."
Well, you know what? I'll if the others don't see it at some point. Not that Rorlo's generally very stealthy, but he'll give her a little pouch with 50 gold pieces. And tell her to
Have a party?
to go
What?
take care of things in this.
What the fuck are you doing? Fucking simply.
I'm arming a little girl who has plenty of wear. If anyone
What
asks
have
him,
you
he'll say
done?
that people from the tribes generally are armed much younger than that, and she has to begin somehow.
She agrees.
Go buy yourself a weapon or two and some armor.
If Shonda saw this, she is not. She is looking at things at the donkey. This is.
Well, if you want to look at the map of Numeria, you can see that Scrabwall is indeed to the northeast of Torch, with the little red cross here signifying the location of Eldronard's grave, as the fortress is called. Or the fort, rather.
Dour name.
It is a dour name, but everything here is. It's kind of grim.
We're gonna have to travel through this treacherous area of greens and
Dirt.
browns.
Trust me, I'm an expert.
The landscape of Numeria could best be described as a grey savanna. It's not really a desert. There are some water holes with questionable liquids. And assuming that there are at least some clouds on the horizon, which there pretty much always are, it is a rather grey affair, with the occasional black cloud floating over from the west. Presumably not a cloud, but rather pollution coming from Starfall. Traveling will take a little while, as it is over 100 miles to actually get there.
100 miles.
Why don't you roll me a D100 here?
Sure. 95.
That's pretty good.
That is
pretty.
7 random encounters.
That is pretty good. I'm ready. Line them up.
Roll twice
You
on the
see
level
a
4
Juju
table.
zombie troll.
Is it DM's choice? It's like that, really.
I remember that one.
Flip to Appendix M. And she's just like staring at it.
And I rolled like 2 99s, and that meant I had to roll like on level 4 table for first start something. Like a D4 skeletal nulls.
Despite traveling through Numeria's rugged landscape and seeing the occasional creature scutter away, you are not accosted during your travels.
Okay.
The nights are dark, the days are not quite as dark, but you do not get ambushed by the many things that you know roam Numeria.
I will attribute this to Shonda's knowledge of the Badlands and her ability to track through it.
How different is this area to Feldales?
Very different, actually, as this area is essentially a grey-brown savanna. Feldales, the further you travel west, the more vegetation you essentially find. From, first sparse forests to pretty much jungles all the way west.
Stuff to eat. Yeah. That's really
The center of Numeria definitely is the most just barren place of the land.
All
Everything
the
here.
pollution from Starfall just comes pouring this way, huh?
Yeah, we're downriver from that.
Smells like home.
But
Is
we're
it
in the
industry
middle of the
grade?
savannah. There is no river.
It's a stream, all right.
It's true.
We didn't
It's
have
just
enough.
a creek.
Stream
We
Island.
didn't have enough for the river. We have a stream.
I don't see any streams.
What about my terraced pathway? Like,
It does not take long until after a few days of travel. You see what must be the fort that was described, or at least this should be it, despite its current condition. as the fort, first of all, is rather small, as well as rather ruined.
Oh. Oh.
It does not seem like that was a recent affair, and it also seems like the fort is still in use, as the paths there are still kind of downtrodden. There are signs that someone is indeed living in the fortress. But as you approach, I'll move you towards it.
Oh God!
Away!
Let me make sure that the things are set up. Okay.
I'm in the darkness, everyone. No,
It's not that
there we
big.
go.
Oh, look at this fort.
The other side is, well, the main tower of the fort is, well, not as high as it used to be. And other bits have fallen over time. And as you approach, essentially in hearing distance, you can see two figures standing on the walls here, clad in, well,
Oh, it's
armor,
these
really.
guys. I remember these guys.
And as you come into hearing range, one of them shouts over to you, "Move along! The plague has visited this place. You should leave."
Oh.
The other figure nods in agreement.
Am I the only one who owns them?
Why do you own them?
I don't know, but I do.
Perhaps because select like properties were not chosen at campaign start, which would enforce strict token ownership.
Strict token ownership.
I probably did not.
Can you restart the server?
I can. Sure. Let's restart the server, everyone.
I can see they have as many hit points as I do, but less armor class.
Let's storm them.
They did horrible at their hit point rolls.
If
as
the
well.
players charge the keep and kill all the Crusaders, fuck them.
Just Appendix B. Fuck
Why
'em.
do you play with these
Oh.
people?
And apparently vision blocking doesn't work properly either. Well, that's great.
It seemed to work.
Well, I mean, we could see the Crusaders at the top. That was it.
Okay.
Strict token. Is there anything else I should click in here? Player can reveal vision, perhaps? Use individual views?
No. Yes.
See, I have strict
Use individual
ownership,
views? Okay.
individual views, and then
Oh.
use FOV, and then restrict ownership and receive campaign macros.
Okay, I only have strict token ownership selected, restricted player impersonation, and players receive campaign macros. Don't click the other things. Then you should
Oh.
have the same settings that I have.
What about use tooltips for bracket rolls?
I don't have that, so that's not.
Restarting.
Alright, sure.
I mean, we all just host our campaign server.
Everyone just hosts.
This
This is your
terrible.
truth. There we go.
The appendices did not cover this.
If your player is having trouble with the map tool server,
You can buy our new splat book.
fix in Java.
Fix in Java, Pathfinder.
600 pages to beginner's guide. Step-by-step program. Step 692.
Well, we can stop at least joking and reflect on the fact that just two Crusaders have said that, or at least some individuals called out that turn back because the plague is in.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sheep, a question would be, like, looking up at the direction where the voices are coming from. What's coming from that direction?
Could you be more specific? It certainly seems to be voices, and there certainly seem to be figures clad in armor on the walls.
Okay, so what kind of armor are they wearing?
They are wearing, first of all, a helmet covering their faces, as well as full plate, essentially.
Okay. What kind of markings? Like, does the full plate look well worn? Does it look like polished?
The full plate does not look polished, but from the current distance you're at, it's hard to tell if it has scratches and dents. As for
Okay.
markings, it does have certain markings. You could roll me a knowledge religion.
No, I can't, unless it's a DC
Professor?
10.
It would be a DC 10. You can roll that untrained.
Basically just an intelligence check.
Just have no one knowing these basic things of life.
Well, the markings
That's so weird, actually.
certainly have some
that a
religious meaning, but you
Who is
couldn't
Saren
quite
Ray?
identify.
I actually know.
Shandala can confirm that these are, in fact, the markings that you would find on a Crusader from following Sarenrae.
She will
Crazy
inform the group of
Western,
this.
crazy southern gods.
Southern religions, yeah. Sarenrae is a crazy religion. No one worship, sorry.
Not here,
Well,
native.
I don't really have any interest in the plague.
Can you catch the
What
plague?
plague exactly?
What kind of plague is it?
Like, I don't know that there would be a plague here.
Why wouldn't? Why do you, like? No, seriously, I'm like, why the fuck are you gonna like challenge these Crusaders?
No,
You
I don't
assholes
ask them.
don't know
I
anything
ask
about
you.
plague.
Like, did any of you knew that there was a plague here?
No, I imagine if it was known, that the Clockfather would have told us. News doesn't exactly get around well. Could just be a recent outbreak.
Shut up. Call up. How bad is it?
There's a small hesitation as the same figure as before goes. It's very bad. We are wearing these helmets for a reason. You should not go here.
We came from Torch to seek out a old friend of the Clockfather in Torch.
He's not
Zorn
in
whispers,
Scrapwall, isn't he?
she's in Scrapwall. He's in Scrapwall.
Oh, I thought he stayed here.
Is Scrapwall inflicted with this as well? Then
The two figures look at each other again. The right one nods and says, "Yes, yes, plague came from there."
When?
not gonna be.
It's been a few weeks now.
How many dead?
Oh, many, many.
Okay.
You don't seem entirely sure of what they're actually
No,
saying.
I just don't really.
Then again, why would they lie about it? Maybe we should just go back to Torch.
Is he lying about it, Sheep?
Shadala would think that he's just making most of these things up.
Oh.
At least.
I think he's making this up. She will sort of say to the others.
How would you know?
It's just the feeling I get. As you said, he seems very unsure about everything.
And
Sort of
Timian from
stammering.
the back would contribute. Does anyone else find it very odd that these two are just kind of holding the armor instead of actually wearing it?
What?
What?
Well, I mean, look at them.
Look at them.
Zoran has been.
Are they holding their?
I don't know. It looks normal to me.
Their plate on the wrong side.
Fabian, are you sure?
You haven't said anything all week, and
Shakes
now
like this head. I don't think. I mean, you would notice it. They were just
well,
holding.
speaking
their-
out of character, I feel convinced as if these are not actually Crusaders from Saren.
there's something up here.
And it seems as if we are supposed to feel the initiative to strike at them.
I don't know if we
Perhaps
should.
not right here.
Yeah, I don't think we should storm. I mean, I could open fire, but
Well,
Zor-
Thor is
Zorn
not
will cool down.
inquisitive enough to realize that. Well,
Well, we have healing magics among our group. We can cure the blight away from your bodies. Surely you're most interested in that.
Well, we would be, but it doesn't work.
my friend here speaks the truth. We have
Zoran
done much
says-
healing in our time.
Zoran like waves his hand and says, "All right then, perhaps our help will be useful in Scrapwall. Thank you for your warnings." Zoran like motions his head and like jerks to like move away from the gate.
sure. John picks up on this and sort of move.
The second figure standing on the wall says, Wait, perhaps your magic would indeed work. It is worth a try if you wish to take the risk.
Saren, it would be rude to just leave without trying.
Zoran says,
Can't
Zoran
believe
calls
you said
out,
that.
"That has been a rather thorough warning. I'm not entirely sure whether I wish to risk my life. I would have helped anyone, but that only goes so far."
Well, Just in case, as they say, it's important. Chandler, could you strap my armor on? It seems to. They say that the helmets might help.
Yes, yes, I think that is an excellent idea. She will help with that.
God forbid we walk around the fucking fortress and gain access to another point where these guards are staying.
Strap on, and as she does, she will sort of whisper to Rotha that something is incredibly fishy with these guys, and they're probably going to assault us once we get inside there and try to steal our things.
Should probably put my armor on as well.
I think someone with money for that sort of plate would not need to. Regardless,
so, but
the professor heard of Crusaders or Serenray to do such a thing.
I don't think they are Crusaders, Rotha. I think the Crusaders might be dead, and they're sort of impersonating Crusaders.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
I suppose so. Also, if you see someone covered in horrible,
looks back
in horrible boils and stuff, you probably shouldn't touch them just to be
He taps
sure.
the helmet twice and says, "I've got a helmet."
That's good. Good view. Donkey, stay here.
Gunpowder barrel donkey.
Well, there he goes.
The Crusader on the right shouts over to you. Good. We'll open the gate, and thank you, I suppose.
Does he rub his hands while he says this? Good, yes.
Zoran says this gate might come down on us.
Shonda is ready for trouble here. She is.
Is there like burning oil above the door, sizzling? Like,
well, you're the folks who insisted on.
Oh, no,
coming through the murder hole, Hal.
We're going in.
There's no burning oil above the gate, which slowly lifts. And it would now be open. Now you have to step in.
I guess Mr. Donkey can come on.
So, maybe if I could see some more.
Maybe if you could. Stop.
Oh.
As you step in, what Rufo sees here are multiple very grisly-looking figures. They are wearing normal clothing, but their most prominent feature is the fact that they don't have lips.
Oh.
Ew.
They are most definitely human, but where lips should be, all there are bits of flesh and, of course, the teeth behind them. In each of their hands, in each of the people's right hand is a pistol that, upon being spotted, they want to fire. We'll go into initiative.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's surprised here.
No, there's no surprise. Where's my initiative button? There it is.
I just want to know if they're undead.
God damn it, I tried to add initiative for the donkey.
They don't seem like they
Why am I adding multiple initiatives again?
So why didn't you give me one?
I don't think you are.
Sorry, they died.
Should I roll my own initiative?
Something is weird. Let me try again. Roll your own initiative. Yes,
okay.
Go for it.
I will miss you 20 that I had.
Yeah, you had a 20.
Error in body of roll.
Yeah, I got kicked out from the server.
I got a 20. I'll take it.
Good for you, Rother.
I can't roll initiative.
Okay, let me roll
work for me.
Just don't check mine.
No.
Let me roll for Cardoon as well. There we go.
Look at the Rother being quick like a whippet.
They've got guns. Where's my armor?
Guns, you say? That is so pricey if we kill them and sell those.
Guns and full plates. Yeah.
They're all gunslingers.
Take it.
Guns and full plates. Oh, that's
It's broken
delicious.
for them.
Oh.
It's broken,
might
so
be.
it's, it only works for them.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Sounds
Then be roll for
Yep.
it. That's fact.
We don't
There's
see
no
their
enemies
initiative.
in the initiative?
They are just not shown.
Pimion's not going to do anything either? Man, Professor.
That's true. Pimian needs to.
He probably should
act.
heal that one hit point he's missing as well.
It probably should. It's been a couple of weeks.
Oh, Professor, you're so silly. Well, this looks like a brilliant chance to rage. So, my fucking armor is not going to do much anyway, so I need the hit points.
You need to get in there. Start swinging.
Oh, I'm getting in there. Just not that fast.
Slowly I rush.
But it's enough that I can walk over to this guy
Well, you can, yeah. Look at you.
and give him a destined face strike.
Probably reveal a little bit more also.
I can do that.
I don't know how easy they are to hit, so I'll just smack him with a...
Oh, it's a lot of smilers.
That's probably not that easy.
That does not hit.
Oh, there we go.
Permian will probably do something.
Probably pick up his bow.
Sure, he'll pick up his bow, he'll rush forward as he tends to do and shoot the smiler that Rofa is not fighting because he doesn't have precise shot.
Get shot and die.
And that misses. Zarin.
Begin casting summon now. Let's see here. Begin casting summon nature's ally. In turn.
Alright, Chandala.
Well, she's gonna walk out here into the... I want to be in the corner, sheep. I want to... I know...
Well,
There's
that's
no
not
square,
possible.
that's the corner.
Yeah, well, there is on the map, it's that, but...
The corner would be this square, essentially.
Okay, I just want to not have a line of sight to these guys so
We
they
don't
can
at
all
the
shoot
moment.
me. Alright, she's gonna walk here and she is going to shoot Smiler 7 with a musket. Let's see here. Hopefully they're not that tough. What are they? So they have pistols? What kind of armor do they have?
They are wearing leather armor.
Leather armor. Okay. Might be difficult to hit. We'll see, I suppose. Hoya! Macro defined error. Hang on. Let's try this again. We are going to do a deadly aim.
Haven't had problems for so long now, they're all catching up at the same time.
All problems.
It's all because Jonas is
Hoya! 17 touch.
That is it.
9 damage.
Hit him in the shoulder as he recalls a bit, but he is still standing. His manic grin
This could be
ever present.
dangerous.
As this person here will do what he said he would do and move forward and shoot at Rofa with a pistol. The pistol, Chandala would be actually, can he hit from here? He can't actually hit from here. So he'll shoot at Pimian because he's in range.
Professor.
The pistol Chandala would be able to tell quite easily is a crude design.
Yeah, it's
A
like a
very,
pipe
very
gun.
crude design.
That is some damage though for such a crude design. That's like my musket.
It fires, looks like it almost itself explodes and misses.
Oh,
As the Smiler will proceed to try to switch to a dagger.
well, that's not gunsmithing guild quality right there.
This guy will go
That's
here.
why you should hire union workers to craft your guns.
This person will move here and then isn't even in range of Pimian. So he'll double move, putting away his pistol and drawing a dagger. Going for Chandala and Pimian. Kenrick. Is he connected again?
No.
He said he had on the Skype chat that he had to restart his connection.
He is gonna start casting sleep, I'm gonna say.
I think so as well. And from over here, another of these grisly humans. This one wearing slightly more armor and not armed with a pistol, but rather 2 hatchets.
Hatchet hand.
He will double move towards here.
Why would you cut your lips off? You know, that seems...
This
Gains.
Smiler,
Oh, it's true. Yeah.
this person will take a step back, level his pistol at Rofor and shoot.
You need to step up, Rothor. Oh god.
That is a hit. He will then, with his move action, switch to his dagger. This person will do the same thing, shoot at Rofor. Miss versus touch, and get in there with a dagger.
It's actually a hit versus my touch.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, you're rating. Okay. This Smiler will double move up and prepare to fire. As the person who went down to open the gate for you releases the crank, the gate falls shut.
Great.
I think we saw that coming.
Roll call.
Oh well, looks like there's plenty of things to start killing. So I guess I should do that. No, I do think I want to spend my arcane point on making my weapon a +1 for the next minute. So that's what I'll do, and then I'll swing into this guy. That'll teach him a thing or two. Apparently, yeah, that is a shit roll. So.
That does not hit.
Well, there we go. Another 5-foot step, like over here.
Ooh, Pirmin has grease, doesn't he?
He does.
Probably cast grease.
Probably 5-foot step away from the dagger.
He would definitely do that, I think, in this corner.
Grease hatchet.
So, speaking of casting sleep, is grease a full round action as well? 1 round? No, 1 standard action.
I
Okay.
don't think so.
He'll cast it against these two. That seems reasonable.
Splattle the ground, Professor.
And I don't know his exact disease, but I think that's a failure.
Maybe.
I think he said
His
12
first was
last
like
time.
I think a 13.
Oh, 12. Yeah, it's a success. But this place would not be greased. Zarin.
Let's see here. The spell finishes. My range is 30 feet, and so wow.
Yes!
Oh, the Sturge.
Sturge is back!
What is that?
I love this
It's a
guy.
little four-winged, like, giant mosquito, basically.
Sturge provokes an attack of opportunity from the Smilers. The Sturge moves into this guy's square.
Go Sturge!
And I will flail at it with a dagger.
That is not enough. Let me go ahead and make the Sturge's touch attack.